between the Dodgers and the Guardians. Guardians got a base hit from J-Ram with 2 outs. Stolen base. The Guardians stranded him at second. Ay, caray. All right, here's Kyle Tucker. Lefty-lefty matchup. Kyle Tucker going after that first pitch. Line drive caught by Brian Rocchio. And Ohtani back to the bag at first. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the first. Kyle Tucker going after that first pitch. Lined it right into the glove of Rocchio. So with 1 away for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts will be the hitter. Budo L4 on the putout. Here's Mookie. 2 for 11 this season with a home run and 4 RBIs for the Dodgers. Pitch up and away to Mookie. Ball 1 for Messick. Eddie, Freddie, Yeti, Teddy, Freddie, Spaghetti. Ay caray, golfer. What are we golfer? I don't know what kind of game that is. You talking about the lineup? Has a ring to it. 1-1 pitch to Mookie. Mookie grounds it to the left side, foul. Opportunity for the ball boy, Sean, who makes the play. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count of Mookie Betts. Ohtani, who led off the inning with a dunk base hit to left field. Still the runner at first with 1 out. Oh, it's a game they play on the scoreboard between. Oh, man, I haven't been to the game. I'll be at the game tomorrow, golfer, so I'll see what you mean. Strike 3 called. Mookie Betts gets caught looking peeping Tom status. Ay caray. I was about to say peepee Longstocking. So Mookie Betts becomes the second out here in the bottom of the first for the Dodgers. Messick with the punch out. Now we'll face the cleanup hitter for the Dodgers tonight, Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch to Teo. That is a ground ball to the left side. Fielded nicely by the shortstop, Gabriel Arias, who flips it over to second. Shohei Ohtani with an early slide and eventually gets tagged out by Rocchio. That'll do it for the Dodgers. They get a base hit and nothing else. We go to the second. No score. Ay caray. Kind of almost reminded me of when second baseman Ketel Marte was about to tag Freddie, but Freddie's like, I'm going to go back. And then all of a sudden, Ketel Marte's like, how about a hug? And then Freddie's like, all right, I'll go get tagged down and hug you at the same time. It's where Ohtani kind of slid and kind of froze. And then eventually Rocchio just touched him to get the force out at second to end the inning for the Dodgers. So Teoscar on a fielder's choice where Shohei Ohtani gets tagged out. So nothing going there for the Dodgers. And, of course, we mentioned it earlier here on Chin Music. We want to kind of keep tabs on the Dodgers because during that series against the Arizona Diamondbacks, they kept falling from behind. They kept playing from behind. And I'm saying against a struggling team like the Cleveland Guardians, who have been struggling offensively, you kind of want to see the Dodgers kind of jump on the Guardians, especially when they're facing the lower tier of their pitching staff. So big opportunity for the Dodgers to kind of get something going early against the Cleveland Guardians. So we're keeping an eye out on that. Got you, golfer. Look for Dodgers on beat. Got you, brother. We will be on the lookout for that tomorrow. We'll be in the house tomorrow for the Yoshi bobblehead night. We're making plans to get there early. We're trying to be on Academy Road by 2-3 o'clock the latest, and hopefully secure ourselves a parking spot where we don't have to pay $45, where we could just walk in once they open up the gates, and we'll see how it goes. Be Nonstop with the check-in. What up, Be Nonstop? Welcome into Chin Music, episode 23, BNS 805, up in the place to be. What up? All right. So top of the second we go. Daniel Schneemann, Brian Rocchio, and Gabriel Arias, the He-Man. That'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Or 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for Cleveland to face Roki Sasaki. One ball, one strike already to Daniel Schneemann. No score here in the top of the second. Roki pitching from the stretch, high leg kick. 1-1 pitch, ground ball to the right side. Freddie Freeman will take care of himself. Beats Schneemann to the bag, and that'll be the first out here in the top of the second. 1 up, 1 out for Roki Sasaki and the Dodgers. 3 unassisted on Daniel Schneemann, if you're keeping score at home. Brian Rocchio, second baseman, up next for the Guardians. Moitoy Cycle, what up? Take the shuttle. Nope, no need to take the shuttle, Moitoy. If you park on Academy, you're like right out, and you're close to the park, that one park on Academy. I don't know what they call that park, which we do plan on hanging out. You're super close to the gates. There's no point in even shuttling, bro. Yeah, that walk is not bad at all. And I'm always surprised to see that not too many people. I always trip out like, dang, dude, people actually wait in line to pay $45. Like, dude, just park on Academy. 1-1 pitch. Popped up. Shallow left. Mookie Betts calling for it. Mookie Betts under it. Mookie Betts will make the catch. 2 up, 2 outs for Roki Sasaki here in the second. Puro F6. And now He-Man, Gabriel Arias will be the hitter. Anybody watching the game over on Sports in LA, you'll see why I call Gabriel Arias the He-Man. He's got like this blonde hair going on. Looks really strange. And it's cut like He-Man. First pitch to Arias. Down the pipe, fastball. Sasaki starts him off with strike 1. So with 2 outs here in the top of the second, Roki Sasaki trying to turn a clean inning here for the Dodgers. 0-1 pitch. That pitch was spiked in the dirt by Sasaki. Count goes even to Arias. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lord Farquaad. Yeah, man, he's got something going on with that hair. I'll stick with He-Man. It looks superhero-ish, more than cartoonish. 1-1 pitch, and Arias on that cutter is able to just barely make contact. As Sasaki gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But yeah, it's something that me and Perps have been doing for the last, 2-3 seasons, Perps, of parking on Academy. Yeah. And it's part of our deal now. We get there early, we hang out, we chill, and the cool thing now is we get to take our daughter now and hang out with her. Show her the ways of saving $45 in parking. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Arias. Yeah, we talked about him. Oh, man, Dalton Rushing thought he had strike 3. Was getting ready to throw to third, but home plate umpire called it a ball. Now, Dalton Rushing, man, I don't trust Dalton Rushing when he taps. He's been wrong more times than right. Next pitch, cutter is fouled off by Arias. Count stays full. At-bat continues with 2 outs. Puro Academy, Moitoy. Perps was asking if we talked about the Cajun Nuts. Yep. Swing and a miss! Sasaki with that cutter strikes out Arias, who does not have the power. Inning over for the Guardians. Bottom of the second we go. Dodgers gain another crack at it. Let's go. All right. Yeah, that we already talked about all the snacks that we're taking. So we got the Fiddle Faddles, and this is all compliments of Dollar Tree. So this is like a poor man's Cracker Jacks. Fiddle Faddle. Fiddle Faddle says a caramel popcorn with peanuts. Poor man's Cracker Jacks. Got the jalapeno flavored kettle cooked chips. Jalapeno, my favorite flavor. Red Vines, cannot go wrong with the Red Vines. Like I said, I'm always a sucker for Red Vines. Reminds me of Little League. I remember every time we would win a game, they would hook us up with Red Vines at the snack bar, They would give us like about 5 long red vines, and they would wrap them up in a paper towel and hand them to you. So very nostalgic for me. And then of course, my favorite peanuts. You find these at Dodger Stadium for like almost $10, and you get them for like $1.50 at the Dollar Tree. And I got myself like 4 bags of these, which included super exclusive spicy dill pickle peanuts, also from Hampton Farms. I don't see these at Dodger Stadium, so I'm gonna be thinking I'm all bad with these. It's definitely over there for sure, amongst other stuff as well. What else do we have here? We got these are perps. What a melon blow pops. And the Willoughby Wallaby soft and chew green apple candies. Okay, so we got quite some snacks while we wait for the gates to open, and we're gonna take some of those snacks with us as well. All right, so bottom of the second we go. No score between the Dodgers and the Guardians. That's all you need, BNS. Sakudo, is it expired? I don't think so. I hope not. Yeah, you know what? That's something I didn't even check. No, we trust our local. Yeah, you see, June 16, 2026, so we're good here. We trust our local Dollar Tree. All right, pitch inside from Messick called strike on Freddie Freeman, who leads out the bottom of the second for the Dodgers. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters here for the Dodgers: Freeman, Pages, and Muncy. Remember, Freddie Freeman batting 5th. When's the last time we've seen Freddie Freeman bat 5th for the Dodgers? I want to see this. I want to say this is probably the first time he bats 5th since coming to the Dodgers. He's always been batting 3. I've seen him bat 2nd, bats 4th, but not 5th. Well, he's batting 5th against the left-hander here, Messick. 1-2 pitch to Freddie. Ground ball to the right side. First baseman Manzardo will handle it, and he beats Freddie Freeman to the bag. And that'll be the first out here for the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman retired. Play goes 3 unassisted. One first baseman takes out the other. Ay caray. Center fielder for the Dodgers, Andy Pages, up next. Yeah, we dropped. I dropped about $15. $15 worth of snacks. Obviously, we're not gonna take all of them inside Dodger Stadium. That's probably gonna hold us down for the next week. But yeah, $15 instead of close to 100, right, BNS? I'm gonna spend nearly those $100 on that damn souvenir cup. No hot dog for me tomorrow. Ay caray. 1-1 pitch to Pages. Over to right field. That'll be a base hit. Oppo Taco single by Pages. That's a 1-out single for the Dodgers. Max Muncy up next. Nice piece of hitting there by Andy Pages to take that breaking pitch thrown by Messick and going with the pitch and sending it to right field for a 1-out single. Espiritu with the check-in. Where are the everlasting gobstoppers? Oh my gosh. Puro Wonka. Line drive to the right side. Kyle Manzardo makes the catch and doubles up Andy Pages. Inning over for the Dodgers. Oh my goodness. Max Muncy turned on it, but right to the glove of the first baseman, Kyle Manzardo. And with Andy Pages leading off, doubles the Dodgers up to end off the inning there in the bottom of the second. Oh, man. Tough break there for Muncy and the Dodgers. Puro line drive out. So let's see how the play goes. The play goes L3, 2 outs, and then on Pages, he goes 3 unassisted for the 3rd out. Man, Cal Manzardo made all the outs in that inning. 3 unassisted on Freeman, and then catches the line drive off the bat of Muncy, and then just tags the bag to get and force out Andy Pages at first. So Kyle Manzardo with all the outs there in the bottom of the second for the Guardians. All right, so the Dodgers, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. Nobody was left. So we go to the top of the third. All right, I gotta. You know what? I didn't write down what Gabriel Arias did. Oh yeah, he struck out swinging against Roki. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to the top of the third. Coming up for the Guardians, it'll be the 8-9-1 hitters. Catcher Austin Hedges, right fielder Angel Martinez, and back to the top of the lineup with the left fielder Stephen Kwan do up. No scores. We go to the top of the third. Eric, over on YouTube. What up, Eric? Buy me some peanuts and fiddle faddles. Yeah, man. The poor man Cracker Jack right here. All right, let's look at the Sacudo things that are all expired, but they're not, man. September 11th, 2026. So we're still good on these ones. No. We trust our local Dollar Tree Sacudo. I don't know what Dollar Trees you be going to, bro. But we good here. Catcher Austin Hedges leading things off against Roki Sasaki. Pops this one up. This one will reach the seats out there and left. As the count goes, no balls, 2 strikes, says Sasaki quickly has edges in the hole. Ninth hitter, right fielder Angel Martinez on deck for the Guardians. Welcome in, Eric. Welcome into the streams. 0-2 from Sasaki. Oh, man, that pitch just missed a low splitter. Called the ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yoshinobu Yamamoto hanging out in the Dodger dugout. Of course, the Yoshi bobblehead will be given out tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Puro Nintendo. 1-2 from Sasaki to Hedges. Hedges going to right field. That one will land in. And that one will reach the wall. Look out! As the security jumps out of the way, Hedges on his way to second. Throw from Kyle Tucker, not in time. Belly flop from Hedges. And that's a leadoff double for the Guardians to begin the top of the third. Hedges went in there with a belly flop. Remember, he's the catcher. And he was struggling to get to second on that Apotaco hit off the bat. And, yep, off the side wall. Kyle Tucker made it close. Hedges with a smile as he gives himself a thumbs down, I think, on that belly flop. Runner in scoring position for the Guardians. Nobody out. Here's the 9th hitter, Angel Martinez, who shows bunt, drops it down. Sasaki, only play will be at first. He's able to record it as Angel Martinez moves Austin Hedges to third with 1 out. So way to manufacture the runner 90 feet away for Guardians as Angel Martinez drops the sacrifice bunt. Top of the lineup coming up for the Guardians. Stephen Kwan now the hitter against Roki. Struck out looking in his first at-bat. First pitch from Roki. Splitter outside. Ball 1. Designated hitter. Kid Sensation. Chase DeLotter on deck for the Guardians. 1-0 from Roki. Inside. Fastball misses. 2-0. Ball's behind on Kwan. Pitch. And Kwan gets a hold of the one over to right field. That one will reach the wall. Austin Hedges will skip home and give the Guardians a 1-run lead on an RBI double by Stephen Kwan, who also gives himself the thumbs down. So it looks like it's a hit celebration for the Guardians, as Stephen Kwan and Austin Hedges hit doubles to give the Guardians an early 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. So with the runner in scoring position, Chase Dahlladder. Dahlladder will be the hitter. And again, Roki Sasaki falling behind. And I think that's his first mistake here, falling behind to these Guardian hitters early in this ball game. 1-0 pitch from Roki. Fastball called strike, even closes up the count against Chase Dahlhatter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Third baseman for the Guardians, Jose Ramirez on deck. 1-1 pitch. It's a cutter that misses down low. 2-1. That cutter looks like a curveball, man. I always thought the cutter was a fastball that just had tail on it, but the way Roki throws it, it looks almost like a curve. 2-1 pitch. Dahlhatter fouls it off. Out of play. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1-0 Guardians here in the top of the third. And Guardians with Stephen Kwan, the runner at second in scoring position. 1 out in the inning. 2-2 pitch from Roki. Splitter way low and outside. Falls behind. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Dahlhatter. Mark Pryor, Dodger pitching coach, having a close look at Roki. Chew that gum, Pryor. Payout pitch from Roki. Ground ball off the foot of Dahlhatter, who drops the bat in pain. Ay, caray. Dahlhatter walking around. Takes a bend, now picks up the bat. Adjusts the helmet. Yeah, he fouled it off the side of the shoe, and I'm sure he felt that one. He's got the shin guard there, but I don't think the shin guard was able to protect him from the ball on that swing. Count stays full to Chase Dahlhatter. Roki Sasaki from the stretch. Another payout pitch incoming. Dahlhatter with a ground ball foul to the right side. And the at-bat continues. Be Non-Stop Tony made a charcuterie board tonight. I'm gonna have, oh man, charcuterie boards are bomb. Yeah, shouts to Purpat Jess, who also hooks it up with the charcuterie board here and then, or here and now, every now and then. But yeah, I'm sure you're having a good time picking at those crackers and hams and cheeses and grapes, the jams. As that pitch misses inside of Dahlhatter, Roki Sasaki walks him with 1 out, and the Guardians have him at second and first. Ay caray. Jose Ramirez will be the hitter. Sakudo, fund me for food. What? I got plenty of food here, brother. Oh, plenty of snacks. First pitch to J-Ram. Inside corner called a strike. So right there, Roki Sasaki getting ahead of J-Ram with runners at second and first and 1 out for the Guardians. Kwan, the runner at second. Chase Dahlhatter, the runner at first for Cleveland. 0-1 from Roki. J-Ram, ground ball to the right side, foul. And Roki quickly has J-Ram in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Cleanup hitter for the Guardians, first baseman Kyle Manzardo on deck. Roki with the sign as he sets. 0-2 pitch to Ramirez. Swing and a miss! Nasty splitter by Roki. Strikes out J-Ram on 4 pitches. Or was it on 3 pitches? Anyway, picks up the strikeout. Puro swing and miss from J-Ram. And that'll be the second out in the inning. Puro punch out from Roki. It's a big strikeout to strike out Jose Ramirez swinging. So with 2 away, Kyle Manzardo will be the hitter with 2 on. Roki Sasaki. First pitch to the left-hander Manzardo. Starts him off with a splitter that breaks way outside. Ball 1. And again, you're kind of seeing Roki having difficulty controlling that splitter right now. Does not know where that splitter is going to end. And it's not falling into the strike zone just yet for Roki. 1-0 pitch to Manzardo. Inside, misses with the fastball. 2 balls, no strikes. Center fielder Daniel Schneemann on deck for Cleveland. Kyle Manzardo, line drive over to the glove of the right fielder Kyle Tucker, who makes the catch. Inning over for the Guardians, but they strike first here in the top of the third. We go to the bottom half of the inning. 1-0 Guardians. All right, so the Guardians do pick up the run, and they take a 1-run lead and going into the bottom of the third. Ay, caray. And that was thanks to a couple of doubles. Austin Hedges with the leadoff double. Sacrifice bunt by Angel Martinez. Then Stephen Kwan drove in Hedges with a double of his own. And that's how the Guardians get a 1-run lead on Roki Sasaki and the Dodgers. So to the bottom of the third we go. Coming up for the Dodgers, 9-1-2 hitters. Dalton Rushing, Shohei Ohtani, and Kyle Tucker coming up as the Dodgers are chasing one. All right, man. Yeah, I know everybody's praising the Dodgers on what they did to the Diamondbacks, but what I was noticing was the fact that the Dodgers would take a while to get going. And like I said, man, with a struggling team like the Guardians coming to Dodger Stadium, I just felt like the Dodgers needed to be the ones to strike first. So we'll see how the Dodgers respond. Still early in this one. 1-0 Guardians as we go to the bottom of the third. Golfer, at least Dodgers are consistent. Have trailed in every game so far. Ay caray, Golfer. Exactly my point. Playing from behind, huh? Muay Thai Psycho, having Tommy's for dinner. Haven't had this in a while. Oh, you enjoy that, brother. Puro Tommy's. Sounds good to me. You know how we feel about Tommy's here on Chin Music. Oh, yes. All right, bottom of the third we go. Dalton Rushing leading things off for the Dodgers. Wait a minute. No, that's not Dalton Rushing. That's Miguel Rojas. Oops. I was quick on the draw. Ay caray, I was so excited to put up my new Chin Music scene. And it's Miguel Rojas, not Dalton Rushing. Who what the heck? I thought it was 912. It's 891. Ay caray. I was so excited. Well, we fired it off early here on Chin Music, I guess. Messic's 1-1 pitch to Miguel Rojas, not Dalton Rushing. It's a ground ball to the left side, fouled. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Messick gets ahead of the count. Ay caray. Oh, man. They're in the windows here? Ground ball to the right side. That's a fair ball down the right field line by Miggy Rowe. All the way to the window, to the wall. Miggy Rowe will pull up at second. Leadoff double for the Dodgers to begin the bottom of the third. And Miguel Rojas gets us started here for the Dodgers with a double down the right field line. Oh, Miggy Rowe has been swinging that bat early in this season for the Dodgers. Yes, he has. And that'll bring up Dalton Rushing up next for LA. First pitch to Rushing, bunt attempt, and the Guardians, they messed that one up. Messick and third baseman J-Ram nearly collide. Dalton Rushing pulled up with the bunt, and Messick and J-Ram went after that one. It was popped up on the bunt attempt by Dalton Rushing, and Messick and J-Ram nearly collide, and nobody makes the play. Everybody's safe for the Dodgers. It was almost a botched bunt by Dalton Rushing, but Messick, who I think from the corner of his eye saw J-Ram coming in, and he kind of powdered up a little bit. It's like, hell no, I'm not going to go full extent. And the ball drops right in between both of them, as none of them are able to make the play. And now, J-Ram is getting looked at by the Guardian trainer. Not sure if J-Ram felt something when he was coming for that bunt attempt from Rushing. Looks like he's going to be okay. A little bit shaken up. But, man, right there, I think Messick had the play, and for whatever reason, I think he just saw J-Ram on the corner of his eye, and he's like, you know what, J-Ram's a little stocky dude. And he's the fielder. I'm gonna kind of give weight to him. And you kind of saw Messick not go full extent. Kind of pulled back a little bit, and the ball fell in between both Messick and J-Ram. Now, Shohei Ohtani will be the hitter. First pitch to Ohtani outside, ball one. So big opportunity for the Dodgers with runners at second and first, and nobody out here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 pitch to Shohei. Shohei pops it up, fouls it back. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ohtani tonight, 0 for 1. 1 for 1 with a base hit. One pitch up and in. Look out! It looked like Ohtani almost threw the elbow guard out there as he tried to get out of the way of that one. It was a late reaction by Ohtani. He's like, holy shit. That was close. Budo clean shave. 2-1 pitch to Ohtani. Breaky pitch down low. Change up by Messick. Misses. Falls behind to Ohtani. 3 balls, 1 strike. Kyle Tucker on deck for the Dodgers. Messick sets. Pitching from the stretch. 3-1 pitch to Ohtani. Ohtani going after it. Fouls it off. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just want to check to see what they gave Dalton Rushing. They gave him a single. They scored it a single for Dalton Rushing on that botched bunt. But he got a hit out of it. Okay. I'm sure Dalton Rushing will take it. Looks like a line drive in the scorebook. It does in mine. Payout pitch incoming to Ohtani from Messick. Check over at second. Miggy Rowe back to the bag. Safe. And He-Man Arias pointing to the Guardian dugout. Not sure if it was close. And yeah, it looks like the Guardians are going to want to take a look at it. Arias thinks he got Miguel Rojas, and looks like he did. Right before that right hand touches the bag, looked like Arias applies a tag on Miggy Rowe. So the Guardians have a case. Messick pumped his fist. He saw it. He believes he's out. It was originally called safe. And now the manager's challenge by the Cleveland Guardians could overturn this call. That'll be a big play if it's overturned for the Guardians. As they're having a look. Pickoff attempt by the pitcher, Parker Messick. And on the replay, looked like he did pick off Miggy Rowe. Still having a look at it. There's that replay again. He came around spinning off the mound. And sure enough, call is overturned. Miggy Rowe will get picked off at second. And that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the third. Big play by Messick and the Guardians to pick off Miggy Rowe at second. So he's erased. 1 out in the inning. Dalton Rushing still the runner at first. And now the full count again on the pitch from Messick. Now to Shohei Ohtani with 1 out. And Ohtani, another foul ball as the at-bat continues. Foul ball to the left side. And into the stands. 3 balls, 2 strikes remains the count to Shohei Ohtani. Miguel Rojas picked off at second. Another payoff pitch from Messick to Ohtani. Ohtani slaps it over to left center, and Schneemann will come down with the catch. Dalton Rushing back to the bag over at first. That's the second out in the inning. So Shohei Ohtani does make Messick work, but ends up flying out to center fielder Daniel Schneemann for the second out. Kyle Tucker will be the hitter. Kyle Tucker 0 for 1 with the line out. First pitch to Tucker. Inside from Messick. Swing and a miss from Tucker. Strike one. Third window. Ay, caray. Third window. Welcome into Chin Music. Long time no see, friend. Welcome back. Sacudo. Pitcher went old school with the socks. Yeah, he's got these socks with the almost look like Adidas socks. Sacudo. It's got 3 lines going across. 1-0 Guardians here in the bottom of the third. Dodgers with 2 outs in the inning. Sports in LA showing all the defensive plays made by Kyle Tucker so far early in this baseball season for the Dodgers. Good stop there by Austin Hedges on a ball in the dirt by Messick. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tucker. Long time no see, third window. Welcome back. One-two pitch to Tucker. Swing and a miss. Messick with the fist pump strikes out Kyle Tucker. Inning over for the Dodgers. As they strand 1, we go to the 4th. Guardians with a 1-0 lead over the Dodgers. Ay, caray. Ay, caray. Here we go again, huh? Just when you thought the Dodgers were about to, at the very least, try to tie this ball game up, man. You got to credit Parker Messick for picking off Miggy Rowe at second after Miggy Rowe had hit a double. Not only that, Dalton Rushing had botched a bunt attempt, popped it up in between the first baseman and third baseman, J-Ram. Ball finds grass somehow, some way. Nobody makes the catch. Everybody's safe. Dalton Rushing credited with a single. And then now you got the Guardians on their heels with runners at second and first and nobody out. But then Parker Messick picks off Miggy Rowe at second for the first out, and that kind of just deflated the Dodger offense, it seemed like. He ends up getting Shohei Ohtani to fly out for the second out, and then Kyle Tucker, he just struck him out for the third out. Ay, caray. So inning over for the Dodgers there in the bottom of the third. So coming up in the top of the 4th for the Guardians, it'll be 5, 6, 7 hitters due up. Daniel Schneemann, Brian Rocchio, and Gabriel Arias, the He-Man. Guardians with a 1-0 lead as we go to the top of the 4th. Again, welcome into Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 23, where I believe it's hoodie night tonight. Back-to-back world champion hoodie. It's a dope hoodie, man. Really is. Joshua Mato with the check-in. Joshua Mato, welcome into Chin Music, episode 23. Welcome in. BNS, I look forward to watching the games with you, Killah. I feel like Vince Scully's still here. Hey, man, I really do appreciate that, BNS. That means a lot, bro. Yeah, but you know what? It's just kind of like a community of baseball fans, right? Enjoying baseball. That's what it is, man. But I appreciate the kind words, BNS. So funny that I constantly have to go back and forth on my Spectrum Sports because it keeps getting stuck on the commercials. So here we go. All right. Guardians with a 1-0 lead over the Dodgers as we begin the top of the 4th. Center fielder Daniel Schneemann batting from the left side against the right-handed pitcher Roki Sasaki, who's still on the bump for the Dodgers. Roki Sasaki's 0-2 pitch to Schneemann. You call it a sinker. I didn't even know he had a sinker. I thought he had a 3-pitch mix, cutter, fastball, and splitter. But all of a sudden, they recognize a sinker, huh? Okay. All right, 1-2 pitch to Schneemann. Fastball, swing and miss by Daniel Schneemann. Roki Sasaki picks up the punch out. That'll be the first out here to begin the top of the 4th. Roki Sasaki, puro punch out. So with 1 away, that'll bring up the second baseman, Brian Rocchio. Rocchio popped out to Mookie Betts in his first at-bat. Here he is in his second at-bat. First pitch is a cutter outside by Roki. Misses, ball 1. Stephen Vogt looks like he has a bowling injury. He's got like 2 of his fingers wrapped up. Looks like a bowler. I don't know what he did with those 2 fingers. I'm going to guess he had a bowling injury. Like, how do you jam 2 fingers, right? Usually you jam 1 finger when you do something you're not supposed to, when you fall or something. But you got two. Looks almost like, remember Mankind? Well, maybe not Mankind, because Mankind used to put the sock on, right? Socko? Maybe not Mankind. I take that back. But looks like he could do like one of those mandible claws on somebody. Stick those 2 fingers down somebody's throat. All right, 2-1 pitch to Brian Rocchio. Splitter. And again, Roki Sasaki, no control of that splitter just yet. Falls behind to Rocchio. 3 balls, 1 strike. Shortstop, Gabriel Arias on deck. 1-0 Guardians here in the top of the 4th. Guardians looking for their first win of the season. Fastball down low and inside. And Brian Rocchio with a 1-out walk issued by Roki Sasaki. Ay caray, Roki. All right, let me just look here for Roki Sasaki. How many walks is that? Actually, I should be able to see that myself. Roki with 2 walks. Okay, not too bad. He's got 4 strikeouts and 2 walks. Not bad, not bad. Not bad yet. Here's Gabriel Arias. Cutter hits the inside corner. Strike 1 to Gabriel Arias. Arias struck out against Roki Sasaki in his first at-bat. Brian Rocchio, the runner at first with 1 out for the Guardians. Home plate umpire telling Roki Sasaki to engage with Gabriel Arias, the hitter. Roki back on the bump as he sets. 0-1 pitch. Check over at first. Rocchio back to the bag safely. Golfer, sometimes you tape the injured finger to a healthy one next to you as a splint. Oh, man, that's interesting, Golfer. Okay. Left-handed pitcher Tanner Scott warming up in the Dodger bullpen, just in case. Swing and a miss. Nasty splitter by Roki Sasaki. Has him in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Catcher Austin Hedges on deck. That makes sense, Golfer. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Freddie Freeman throw to second. Brian Rocchio had nowhere to go. High throw from Mookie Betts gets Freddie Freeman off the bag. And Gabriel Arias avoids the double play. Oh, man. You had almost an easy double play with Rocchio giving up at the play. They get the force out at second, but unfortunately, Mookie Betts with an errant throw gets Freddie Freeman off the bag, and Gabriel Arias is safe at first. Inning continues for the Guardians. Really good play by Freddie, but bad throw by Mookie. Continues this inning for Cleveland. Here's Austin Hedges, who's 1 for 1 with a double against Roki. Strike 1 from Sasaki. So Brian Rocchio, 3-6 on the force out for the second out. Gabriel Arias gets to first on the fielder's choice. Roki Sasaki from the stretch. Next pitch is a cutter that misses way low and outside to Hedges. 1 ball, 1 strike. 9th hitter Angel Martinez on deck for the Guardians. It was an ugly throw from Mookie Betts being on stop. Really should have taken his time. Fired it in there, but I don't know if he was trying to rush it. You know what? Maybe the fact that Brian Rocchio was kind of like in the way a little bit. I'm not saying he was in the way, but the fact that he was kind of there when you're not used to seeing a player kind of hanging out by first base, that might have thrown him off as well. Maybe. 2-1 pitch to Hedges. That one just missed low and outside. 3-1 as Roki Sasaki falls behind on the count to Austin Hedges. I got stats, BNS. What kind of stats? I don't really have stats. Those stats that I have is the ones that I read on the TV. I'm not gonna front. 3-1 pitch off the end of the bat. Cue shot by Austin Hedges. And the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Joy, Paz, Love, welcome into Chin Music. Damn, almost a double play. Yeah, just a bat throw by Mookie Betts. Joy, Paz, Love. I love the Twitch handle. Welcome into Chin Music. All right, Dalton rushing, letting Roki Sasaki that the pitcher is going to be off on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. 2 outs, runner at first. For the Guardians, Roki sets. Here's his payoff pitch to Hedges. Hedges, ground ball over to the left side. Max Muncy. Easy does it over at first. Inning over for the Guardians as they strand a runner. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Guardians up 1-0. What's up, Pipes? Nothing. All right, 5-3, 3 outs. 5-3 on the putout. Inning over for the Guardians. Coming up for the Dodgers as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Or, wait. Bottom half of the 4th inning, excuse me. I'm ahead of myself. Ay, caray. All right, it's going to be Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, and Freddie Freeman. 3, 4, 5 hitters do it for the Dodgers. Dodgers chasing 1 against Cleveland. Joy Paz Love. Come on, guys. Let's get some points. Joy Paz Love, I do got to correct you there. I'm going to be a baseball snob. Please allow me to be a baseball snob, and with all due respect. Let's get some runs. Unless you were being sarcastic, then you got me. But yeah, let's get some runs. Points are in what? In football, in basketball, you get points. You get points with your lady when you open up the door for her. Those are points. All good, Joey Paz Love. Hey, that's what Chin Music's here for, right? Asahi Black with Baby D. Here, bring her over here real quick. Come here, mamacita. Come here, mamacita. ¿Qué pasó? Was she crying? Were you crying, mama? Why were you crying with your pink cheeks? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Por qué llora, mama? ¿Qué pacho? Oh. Yeah, Baby D's going to her first baseball game tomorrow. Just want to see her reaction when she sees the field. Because she's been watching baseball with me, like on TV. Just want to see her reaction when she sees the baseball field live from Dodger Stadium. Ready to go to the game, mamacita? Chi? Baseball? Chi, mama? It's funny. She's like, dude, what the heck are you doing in here? It's all these cards and lights. The heck? All right, Mookie Betts leads things off for the Dodgers. Dodgers down by 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Parker Messick, left-handed pitcher. So far giving Dodger hitters some fits. As that pitch misses upstairs to Mookie. 2 balls, no strikes, mama. Yeah. She's got the Gerber baby look. Like, what the heck? 2-0 pitch. Ground ball to the left side. 2-1 to Mookie. Cleanup hitter for the Dodgers tonight. Teoscar Hernandez. He's on deck. He's on deck, mama. Freddie Freeman's in the hole, okay? Gotta let him know. We gotta start him young. 2-1 pitch. There's a strike by Messick. Evens up the count and Mookie Betts. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to count. Messick's 2-2 pitch. That's a line drive. Oh, what a stop by Brian Rocchio, who makes the catch. Wow, Mama. You missed the play, Mama. You didn't see it. She's looking at me with a stunned look. Like, what? Who are you screaming? I'm screaming because Brian Rocchio just made a good grab as he jacks a base hit off the bat of Mookie Betts. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. Teoscar Hernandez now the hitter. Nice play by the second baseman, Brian Rocchio. First pitch from Messick to Teoscar. That one catches the strike zone. Messick gets ahead with strike 1. Yeah, that's my 7-month-old. We're taking her to her first baseball game, and we're excited about that tomorrow. Now, we don't know how she's going to be. We're taking everything that she's going to need in her diaper bag, which is cool. You know, Dodgers do allow a Dodger bag per infant per their rules. We also found out that they have a like a nursing slash changing room for newborns and little babies. So it's good to know that they have those all those accommodations available for for parents. But like I said, we don't know how she's gonna be for the rest of the game. She's usually a chill baby, so we'll see if she can keep chill at Dodger Stadium. 1-2 pitch to Teoscar. Pitch misses upstairs. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And there she is. There's the emote. Per Bad Jess with the Baby D emote. That's her right there. With the Dodgers World Championship hat. 2-2 pitch. That's actually her wearing the hat. It was crazy how it fit her almost perfect. It's like, wait a minute, you're a baby. How does that hat almost not fall and cover your eyes? And we had to make an emote off of that. Joy, Paz, love. Yours is way behind. Ay, caray. BNS, she's like, my dad's the man. Appreciate that, man. All right, payoff pitch incoming to Teoscar Hernandez with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Messic's pitch. Teo with a foul ball to the left side. The at-bat continues. Freddie Freeman on deck for the Dodgers. Dodgers chasing 1 against these Cleveland Guardians, who are winless so far early in the season. They got swept up in Seattle. Payoff pitch again to Teoscar. Puro swing and a miss. Teoscar goes down swinging. And Messick, with his 3rd punch out of the ball game, strikes out Teoscar for the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 4th. He will now face Freddie Freeman. Messick with the high cheese. Here's Freddie. Freddie grounded out to his counterpart, first baseman Cal Manzar, in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1 with that ground out. 1-0 pitch to Freddie. There's a strike for Messick. Count goes even to Freddie. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ah, BNS. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's awesome, brother. Little swing and a miss from Freddie. Messick ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and it's true what everybody tells us. Like, hey, man, enjoy these years now because it goes by pretty quick. The fact that she's 7 months already going on 8, it's crazy. They weren't lying. Ground ball over to second baseman Brian Rocho. Dodgers go 1, 2, 3 here in the bottom of the 4th. Let's go to the 5th. Guardians with a 1-0 lead. Ay, caray. Oh, man. I didn't want to say it in the beginning because I feel like I say it almost every season. But I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to throw it out there, but I have to say it now because, again, we see a left-hander giving this Dodger lineup fits. A young left-hander at that. So far, it doesn't seem like the Dodgers have been able to figure out the young Patrick. I keep saying Patrick, but his name is Parker. Parker Messick, left-handed pitcher for the Guardians, who has been willing and dealing so far for the Guardians. That's pretty much how the Dodger lineup in check. He did get in a bit of a funk for the Guardians in the bottom of the 3rd, but was able to get himself out of it with a big pickoff move of Miggy Rowe at second after a double. And a single by Dalton Rushing. Ay, caray. So we go to the top of the 5th. All right, so Freddie grounds out 4-3 on the putout. Remember, this is Scorebook Monday, too, here on Chin Music, where we keep score of the ball game. So coming up in the top of the 5th for the Guardians, 9-1-2 hitters. 9-1-2 hitters. Angel Martinez, Stephen Kwan, Chase Daylauder will be coming up, trying to build on their 1-0 lead. Joy Paz Love, you feel like they won't win this year? The Dodgers? Definitely not. No. Oh, no. I know it's early in the season, but no. I mean, we're looking for that three-peat. We're expecting that three-peat. And I hate to say, but anything other than a three-peat is going to be a disappointment. I hate to be talking like this, but that's the kind of standards that we have as Dodger fans. Angel Martinez, right fielder for the Guardians, leading things off against Roki Sasaki, who's still on the bump. Sasaki at 75 pitches, still working on the bump for the Dodgers. It's a foul ball, fouled back by Angel Martinez. Count goes even, 1-1 strike. 9-1-2 hitters due up here for the Cleveland Guardians. Stephen Kwan, leadoff hitter for the Guardians, on deck. 1-1 pitch. Breaking pitch up and away. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Roki Sasaki against Angel Martinez. Guardians with a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 5th. There's the left-hander Stephen Kwan waiting his turn on deck for the Guardians. Sasaki from the stretch. 2-1 pitch to Martinez. Martinez with a ground ball to the right side, and he punches it through over to right field for a leadoff single for the Guardians. That's how the Guardian 5th begins, as Dave Martinez will come out with the hook. That'll do it for Roki Sasaki. Now, let's start throwing it up there for Roki. It wasn't a good outing, but you know what's more important? I think the most important thing, it wasn't a bad outing either. He kept the Dodgers in the game. Dave was like, all right, Roki, give me the ball. He's like, Rushing has the ball. All right, so Roki Sasaki, again, not a good outing, but most importantly for Dodger fans, not a bad outing either. Let's read his line real quick. Definitely kept the Dodgers in the game. It's only a 1-run game, as Tanner Scott will come in from the bullpen for the Dodgers to take over for Roki Sasaki. All right, so Roki goes 4 innings, gives up 4 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Not bad on, I believe, 76 pitches. Now, his responsibility is at first, as Angel Martinez got a base hit off of him before Dave Roberts came out with the hook. So the responsibility is Roki Sasaki over at first. Tanner Scott will come in, left-handed pitcher for the Dodgers, to face the top of the lineup, starting with Stephen Kwan. So a little lefty-lefty matchup to face off against Stephen Kwan for Dave Roberts and the Dodgers. So again, not bad, not good. You know what? Let's throw up a poll, guys. Let's get a little engagement here from you guys. Just want to kind of feel what you guys thought about Roki Sasaki. Sasaki pitching performance. Let me know if it's an A, a B, a C, D. What do you guys grade it? Throw it up in the chat, and also if you guys can vote on the poll. There it is. Sasaki's pitching performance. A, B, C, D, or F? What say you, chat? Let us know. All right, man. Let me snap Sportsnet LA out of its funk. All right, Dodger bullpen in 11 2/3 innings. They have been lights out. Tanner Scott now facing the left-handed pitcher. Tanner Scott now on the bump. Try that again. Left-handed pitcher Tanner Scott now on the bump for the Dodgers, facing the left-handed hitter Stephen Kwan. There we go. With the runner at first, nobody out here in the top of the 5th to check over at first. Angel Martinez back to the bag. Third window says a B. A B, yeah, I like a B. Golfer, I give him a C tonight. Okay. I could take that as well. 4 hits, 2 walks. Joe bunt. Angel Martinez out to the races. He will be safe at second as the ball gets away from Mookie Betts. You saw Stephen Kwan pull up, squaring up to bunt. Misses it on a pitch inside from Tanner Scott. But, man, just a big jump by Angel Martinez. No chance for Dalton rushing. A big jump off of Tanner Scott. And now the Guardians with the runner in scoring position. And nobody out here in the top of the 5th. 1-1 pitch Scott to Quan. Quan over to right field. That one will fall in. Angel Martinez will pump the brakes at third, and the Guardians have him on the corners. Nobody out here in the fifth. Stephen Kwan with that base hit. And you saw Kyle Tucker trying to deke Angel Martinez. It might have worked, as Angel Martinez kind of played it safe off the bat of Stephen Kwan. And he's the runner at third for the Guardians. And Chase Dahlladder, left-handed hitter now, will be the hitter. With runners on the corners, nobody out here in the fifth. Lefty-lefty matchup for Tanner Scott. Check swing. He went around. That's a swing. Strike one. Chase Dahlladder tonight for the Guardians. 0 for 1 with the walk. Check swing again. Wait, was that the same one, or that looked almost like the same pitch? Unless it was a replay. Maybe I'm bugging. Ay, caray. Dahlladder swings and misses. So it was a swing. But Sports LA cut into a flashback. But Tanner Scott strikes out Chase Dollar. That's a big strikeout to strike out Dahlladder. Swinging. So that's one out. So now the double play is in order with J-Ram. Jose Ramirez now the hitter for the Guardians. Hitting from the right side against the left-hander Tanner Scott. First pitch from Scott. Ramirez goes after it. Fouls it out of play. Strike one. Scott ahead of the count. 1-0 Guardians, and they are threatening here in the top of the fifth. J-Ram 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base tonight. Swing and a miss. Puro slider by Scott. Gets ahead of J-Ram. Has him in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Joey Paslov giving Roki a C. Okay. I can see that. I'm not gonna front. I'm gonna give him a B. I didn't think it was good, but I didn't think it was bad. And if it's not bad for Roki Sasaki, the way he's been pitching as of late, that's pretty good. I hope that makes sense. 1-2 pitch to J-Ram from Tanner Scott. Popped foul out of play. At bat continues. Count stays 1-2. Cal Manzardo, cleanup hitter for the Guardians. He's on deck. Runners on the corners. 1 out for the Guardians. 1-2 pitch to J-Ram. J-Ram pops it up. Right field. Trying to dunk it in. Miggy Rowe. He's able to cone it. Sliding catch, and he throws it home. No advancement for the runners. 2 down. What a play by Miggy Rowe. Out in shallow right. Makes the catch, and most importantly, keeps the runner from scoring on the tag up. Oh, what a sliding catch by Miggy Rowe. And had the presence of mind to pop up and quickly throw it to Dalton Rushing, the catcher, to keep Angel Martinez steady at third. 2 away. What a play by Miguel Rojas. Gets the exclamation point there. Kyle Manzardo will now be the hitter. And look at Miggy Rowe. Keep talking to Betts. Betts just soaking everything in. Shouts to Mookie Betts, who any information he could get from the veteran Miguel Rowe, he just picks brains. Look at that. That was a heck of a play by Miguel Rojas. Joshua Mato, let's go, Miggy. Joy, pause, love. Yay. Come on. One more out. Miggy for the save. Heck of a play. Joy, pause, love. JPL, I see. Okay, JPL, a B+. Got you for Roki. All right, Manzardo. Hitting from the right side. I did not know Kyle Manzardo was a switch hitter. Am I looking at this right? Oh, no, it's a pinch hitter. Hold up. This is Rhys Hoskins. I was about to say. I thought Manzardo was a straight-up left-hander. No, this is the right-hander, Rhys Hoskins. So Stephen Voigt going to the bench to bring in Rhys Hoskins to face the left-hander, Tanner Scott. 0-1 pitch. Slider down low and inside. Count goes even to Hoskins. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners remain on the corners, but now with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. It's Tanner Scott trying to keep it a 1-0 ball game for Roki Sasaki and the Dodgers. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. As Tanner Scott gets ahead of Hoskins. Roki Sasaki loving it. Angel Martinez with his lead down third. Tanner Scott sets, and we get a timeout. Hold up. One ball, 2 strikes to count to Rhys Hoskins, who's pinch hitting for Kyle Manzardo. One-two pitch from Scott. Oh, that one just missed inside. Dalton rushing for a second there. Looked like he was about to tap his helmet, but I thought he thought better of it, as that pitch definitely was inside, but just barely. As the count goes even to Hoskins, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Tanner Scott with the punch out. He leaves a runner stranded on the corners. Inning over for Cleveland. Ball game goes to the 5th. Roki Sasaki loving it. 1-0. Dodgers chasing it. Let's go. Oh, yeah, great to see Tanner Scott able to get out of the inning with an exclamation point by striking out Rhys Hoskins, the pinch hitter for Kyle Manzardo. And it remains a 1-0 deficit for the Dodgers as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Oh, man. Coming up for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 5th. Andy Pajes, Max Muncy, Miguel Rojas, 6, 7, 8 hitters. Due up. But again, man, got to shout out, especially Miguel Rojas, on a great, great play out there in shallow right to make a catch. And then also Tanner Scott coming out of the bullpen to get Roki Sasaki and the Dodgers out of the funk. Big Eric, what up? Eric now join us on Twitch. I see you, Eric. Almost a mini Houdini act by Tanner Scott, Eric. Go for huge get. JPL still possible for us. Oh, yeah, very. Down only 1 run? Yes. JPL, what does this mean? Getting caught off the bag. Maybe like the way Miguel Rojas got caught off the bag over at second when they get picked off by the pitcher. When they're the runner, when like Miguel Rojas was a runner at second, but he got picked off and got caught off the bag by the pitcher of the Guardians. That might be what you may be referring to, perhaps. Getting caught off the bag on a pickoff move. You got it, JPL. All right, we move things to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Guardians. Parker Messick. Am I reading this correctly? He's got 50 pitches in the ballgame? 3 punch-outs has allowed 4 hits, but most importantly, no runs to this Dodger team just yet. 50 pitches. Wow. He is being super economical, super effective and efficient for the Guardians. Facing Andy Pages, who's 1 for 1 with a single against Messick. Dodgers chasing one here in the bottom of the 5th. Breaking pitch low and inside to Pages. 2-1. Max Muncy, third baseman for the Dodgers. He's on deck. Good tight game so far, JPL. You're right. 2-1 pitch to Pages. It's to the right side. Brian Rocho, second baseman, will throw him out, and that'll be the first out to begin the bottom of the 5th for the Dodgers. Andy Pages grounds out to the second baseman, Rocho. 4-3 on the putout. Max Muncy up next. Muncy for the Dodgers tonight. He lined out into a double play in his first at-bat. He hit it pretty well, but right into the first baseman's glove, Kyle Manzardo, who turned the double play. Pitch up and in. Ball 1 to Muncy. 1-0 pitch. Pitch is left upstairs. Called the ball. 2-0 to Max. Miguel Rojas on deck. 2-0 pitch to Max. That one just misses outside. And Messick has fallen behind to Max Muncy. 3-0. We'll look for a green light here for Max. Pitch inside. Called the strike. Max Muncy did not agree with it, but he did not tap. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. 3-1 pitch from Messick. Max Muncy goes with the pitch, sends it over to the left, and what a play over there by Sean, the ball boy. What a catch. Big Sean making plays out there in left. Look at that. Leaves his feet, comes down with the ball. I'm impressed. Payoff pitch, Messick to Max. And Max spoils it, fouls it out of play, and the at-bat continues for Muncy. Oh, JPL, man, I'm excited for the season incoming for Andy Pages. Payoff pitch to Max Muncy. That one's fouled off again, and let's do it again. Why not? Yeah, remember last season, Pages, he started hot, and it was a controversial play when he did not get selected as a National League All-Star. Obviously, he took a big dip after that in the second half, but he came out guns blazing, as that one is fouled off of Muncy. Count stays full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up to Max Muncy, who's putting up a battle up against Messick. Another payoff pitch. 9th pitch of the at-bat of Max. That one's off the end of the bat over to center field. Daniel Schneemann will watch it drop. What an at-bat by Max Muncy. Spoiling pitch after pitch by Messick, ends up getting a base hit that dunks it in front of center fielder Daniel Schneemann. And the Dodgers with the tying run at first base with 1 out. Max Muncy with the single. Miguel Rojas will be up next for the Dodgers. Miggy Rowe 1 for 1 with a double. Now, he did get picked off at second, but he did get that double off of Messick, who starts him off with a curveball that hits the inside corner. Called a strike. Golfer, these Guardian uniforms look horrible. Chief Wahoo is missed. Ay caray. 0-1 pitch. Pitch up and away to Miggy Rowe. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. 9th hitter in the Dodger lineup, Dalton Rushing, on deck. So Rhys Hoskins, who came in to pitch for Kyle Manzardo, he's now at first. Holding Max Muncy to the bag closely. 1-1 pitch to Miggy Rowe. Pitch upstairs from Messick. Falls behind to Rojas. 2 balls, no strikes. Messick's 2-1 pitch to Miggy Rowe. Line drive. Oh, what a stop and pick by J-Ram. Flips it over to second to first. Around the horn. Inning-ending double play. Oh, what a pick by J-Ram and the Guardians. Get themselves out of the inning. We go to the 6th. Guardians up 1-0. What a play by J-Ram. Wow. What a pick. Oh, hey, real quick, man. Let's just throw it out there, man. Miggy Rowe is hitting the shit out of the ball this season already, straight up, as he hit a mean-o liñazo to J-Ram. But credit J-Ram for making the stop and turning a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play. Very impressive. But again, Miggy Rowe is hitting the heck out of the ball, man. You got to love what you're seeing from Miggy Rowe. Just bad luck there, straight up. So let's see how this one goes, man. So it goes 5-4 on Max Muncy on the putout. That becomes a second out, and then it becomes a 5-4-3 DP inning-ending double play. 3 outs on Miguel Rojas, who hit it right on the button, but unfortunately, J-Ram made a better play and turns an inning-ending double play for the Guardians to get themselves out of the jam. Very impressive. All right, wow. So we go to the top of the 6th. Guardians with a 1-0 lead over the Dodgers. Coming up in the top of the 6th for the Guardians, it'll be 5, 6, 7 hitters. Daniel Schneemann, Brian Rocchio, and Gabriel Arias do up. Remember, the Guardians are still looking for their first win of the season, and man, they're holding off the Dodgers so far 1-0 as we go to the top of the 6th. Oh, they're showing. Oh, what a it was a backhanded stop by J-Ram. Wow, even more impressive. What a play by J-Ram, and he's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of what we do. It's what we do. Yeah, J-Ram. A lot of people say that he's underrated. I don't think he is, man. I think he's. I look at him as a superstar. I really do. He does everything for the Guardians. Everything. All right, Justin Robleski now on the bump, left-handed pitcher for the Dodgers. So Robleski takes over to pitch here the 6th against the left-hander, Daniel Schneemann. Schneemann fouls off the next pitch from Robleski. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-0 Guardians here in the top of the 6th. Second baseman Brian Rocchio on deck. Guardians do feature a lot of left-handers. I will say that. So expect to see a lot of lefty-lefty matchups throughout the series against the Guardians for the Dodgers. All right, Robleski's 2-1 pitch to Schneemann. That one is lined right into the glove of the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. 1 up, 1 out for Robleski and the Dodgers here to begin the top of the 6th. And that indeed will bring up the second baseman, Brian Rocchio, up next. JPL, so this is a scorebook. It's Scorebook Monday here on Chin Music, which means I pretty much keep score for both the Guardians and the Dodgers. So we kind of just keep score. And luckily, I could say that I know how to keep score, more or less. Puro swing and a miss from Brian Rocchio, who's hitting from the right side against the left-hander. Robleski, who evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. So that's what I'm writing down. Oh wait, you thought the Guardians were the Cubs because of the C? It's Cleveland. The C is for Cleveland. As that one is popped up to right field, Rocchio flies out to cut Tucker, who makes the catch. F8 on the putout. And when I say F8, JPL, I'm actually writing F8 on my scorebook. And I put a 2 and I circle it, which means 2 outs. But F8, each position has a number. I say 8. It's actually F9. Sorry about that. F9 on the putout. Each position has a player's. Each position has a number, excuse me. And as Arias fouls off that pitch from Robleski gets ahead of the count. 1. No balls, 1 strike. Gabriel Arias 0 for 2. fielder choice in the 4th. 2 quick outs for the Dodgers here in the top of the 6th. Ground ball to Max Muncy. Throw to first. In time to get Arias. Justin Robleski gets the Guardian lineup. 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the 6th we go. Dodgers chasing 1. Let's go. Yeah, JP, also to finish it off, so each player has a number in the when they play defense. And the right fielder, which is Kyle Tucker, he's the number 9. So when it's F9, I'm basically saying a fly 9. That lets me know that he popped out at the hitter. Brian Rocho popped out to the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. There's a lot of little nuances like that. But I've been keeping score since Little League, I think. What? Oh, Robo. What's Robleski's nickname? His name is so long. JPL, they call him Robo. I know Dave Roberts calls him Robo. Robo. Like RoboCop, but Robo. WROBO. Moitoy, yeah, they say shoot when throwing the bases. I used to play high school ball. Golfer, He-Man grounds out. Yeah, he did, golfer. He-Man. Oh, man. Oh, you got to, yeah, baseball is filled with so much nuances, man. It's hard keeping up sometimes, but when you kind of do keep up and kind of know some of the majority of the nuances, it makes the game of baseball that much greater. Oh yeah. Moitoy Psycho 1 is home. No, Moitoy 2. 2 is the catcher. If we're talking about positioning, numbers of position players, 2 is catcher, 3 is first baseman, 4 is second baseman, 6 is shortstop, 5 is third baseman, 8 is center fielder, 7 is left fielder, 9 is right fielder, and 1 is pitcher. Yeah, 1 is pitcher, 2 is catcher. Right, golfer. You're close, Moitoy. But yeah, 2 is catcher. 1 is pitcher. All right. Bottom of the 6th we go. Dalton Rushing pops up to second baseman Brian Rocho. Not what a rush. Ay, caray. Well, I'll still hit it, though. What an out. Ay, caray. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the bottom of the 6th. Messick still on the bump. Now facing Shohei Ohtani, who fouls it off. Strike 1. So Dalton Rushing did not stick around as he flew out to the second baseman. F4 on the play. 1 away. Here's Ohtani, 1 for 2 with a single tonight against Messick, who's still on the bump. Remember, he's being super economical and efficient. He's at 70 pitches already. Trying to get through the 6th inning. Oh, puro swing and a miss on that changeup from Messick. He's got that changeup working tonight for the Guardians. Puro swing and a miss from Ohtani. Quickly has him in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Kyle Tucker on deck for the Dodgers. Dodgers chasing 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Messick's 0-2 pitch to Shohei. In the dirt. 1-2. One-two pitch. Oh, that one just missed low and outside. Count goes even to Shohei Ohtani. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, Moitoy. So catcher is 2, pitcher is 1. Swing and a miss. Messick strikes out Ohtani swinging. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Messick picks up his 4th punch out of the ball game. He's got that changeup working. He really does. Puro punch out on Ohtani. Kyle Tucker now the hitter with 2 down. So 2 quick outs for Parker Messick, the left-handed pitcher for the Guardians. Starts off Kyle Tucker with a pitch that hits the inside corner, according to the home plate ump. Strike one. Tucker tonight 0 for 2 with a line out and a strikeout against Messick. Pitch down low and outside. Even count to Tucker. Mookie Betts on deck. 1-1 pitch to Tucker. Swing and a miss. Nasty slider by Messick. And Kyle Tucker took a mean-o swing. He almost wrapped around on that swing. He swung so hard. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Action in the Cleveland Guardian bullpen. 1-2 pitch to Tucker. Swing and a miss. Messick's fired up. Strikes out Kyle Tucker. Inning over for the Dodgers. Ball game goes to the top of the 7th. Guardians hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Oh, man. Parker Messick with his 5th punch out of the ball game. And he strikes out Ohtani and Tucker back-to-back. Very impressive outing for Parker Messick. So the ball game goes to the top of the 7th. 1-0 Guardians over the Dodgers. Oh, man. All right. Coming up for the Guardians in the top of the 7th, 8-9-1 hitters. That means Austin Hedges, Angel Martinez, Steven Kwan up. Guardians trying to build on that 1-0 lead. Look, man, if we know anything about how the Dodgers have been playing lately, I don't like it, but do not let the Dodgers linger around in this ballgame if you're the Guardians. And I say I don't like it because as a Dodger fan, man, it just stresses you out. Like, yo, why can't we get anything going early in the ballgame? We always have to wait later. I know we're in LA. I know we're near Hollywood. Like, does everything have to be like dramatic? I would like a little easy game here now and then here. But I guess nothing's easy coming pretty easy for the Dodgers, huh? Ay, caray. Top deck tickets for the Hello Kitty hoodie is $180. Oh my goodness. That is expensive. All right, Justin Robleski back on the bump for the Dodgers. Another look at Parker. What is it? Messick. Parker Messick, so fired up. 6 innings of work, 76 pitches, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, no runs, no walks. What an outing for the left-hander. Patrick Messick, who I believe will get pulled from this ball game. But, man, you talk about an outing against the Dodgers. Very impressive for the left-hander. 1-1 pitch. Robo to Hedges. Called the strike. Gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, yeah. Patrick Messick. All fired up. Calling him Patrick Messick. It's Parker Messick. Parker Messick. All fired up in that Cleveland Guardian bullpen. Or dugout. I'm all jacked up. 1-2 pitch to Hedges. Oh, that one is turned, and that's a base hit over to left field. Backhanded stop by the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. And Austin Hedges with a leadoff single for the Guardians to begin the top of the 7th. Puro thumbs down. Ay, caray. 9th hitter in the lineup for the Guardians. Angel Martinez will be hitting from the right side against the left-hander Justin Robleski. Angel Martinez 1 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt, a single, and a stolen base for the Guardians tonight. 1-0 Guardians here in the top of the 7th. First pitch swinging, fouls it straight back as Robleski gets ahead of the count. No balls, 1 strike. Yeah, JP, we were talking about that earlier on Chin Music, how I'm going to tomorrow's game, and I'm going to be looking for that souvenir Ohtani Cup for $80. I am going to be going to 7 games this season, at the very least, And I do plan on taking my souvenir cup once I get it tomorrow. And I hope to beat the system by getting a lot of refills. Ay, caray. 1-1 pitch to Martinez. Oh, Martinez fouls it back and nearly slips off the box. Robleski does get ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. JPL gave me one. JPL, that means I'm going to have to drop $160 for 2 souvenir cups? I can't do that, as that's a base hit over to center field by Martinez. Guardians have him at second and first. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Top of the lineup coming up for Cleveland. Steven Kwan will now be the hitter. Back-to-back singles from Hedges. And now Martinez sets up the Guardians here in the top of the 7th. 2 on, no outs. I mean, I could do $80 for 1 souvenir cup, but $160 for 2? That's where I draw the line. Now that's too much. All right, Steven Kwan. Now the hitter for the Guardians. 2 up, no outs here in the 7th. Showing bunt. He drops it. Robleski bobbles it. Everybody's safe. Bases loaded for the Guardians here in the top of the 7th. Justin Robleski cannot field it cleanly. Ball jumps out of the glove, and everybody's safe for the Guardians. Ay, caray. Oh, those bunts are killing the Dodgers. Hold up. I'm ready to give Steven Kwan a single, but do they call it a single? Yeah, they're going to give him a single. Singles on a soft bunt to the pitcher. So rightfully called a single. I agree with that. And now the base is loaded. Nobody out for the Guardians. Dodgers in a world of hurt here in the top of the 7th. As Robleski will now try to pull a Houdini act. Facing Chase Dahlhatter. Lefty-lefty matchup for Robleski. 1-0 pitch to Chase. That one is drilled, and that's a line drive caught by Mookie Betts, who left his feet. As he secures that lined hit by Chase Dahlhatter, that'll be the first out in the inning. L6 on the putout off the bat of Chase Dahlhatter. 1 away. Jose Ramirez will be the hitter. Up next for Cleveland. Now with the bases loaded, the double play is in order for the Dodgers. Robleski's first pitch to J-Ram. Up and away, ball 1. J-Ram tonight, 1 for 3, a single and a stolen base. He's got the bases loaded here in the top of the 7th with 1 out. Pitch upstairs to J-Ram, misses. And Robleski falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes. Right-handed hitter Rhys Hoskins on deck for Cleveland. Robleski's 2-0 pitch to J-Ram. Swing and a miss. Nasty slider. Count goes 2-1 to J-Ram. J-Ram last season against left-handed hitters batted .322. Ay, caray. He's got the bases loaded with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. 2-1 to J-Ram. Popped up. Shallow right. Kyle Tucker coming in. Tucker will make the catch. No advancement from Austin Hedges. Stays put at third. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Big out by Robleski to get J-Ram to fly out to right. 2 away. And Rhys Hoskins, in his second at-bat, will be coming up for the Guardians with the bases loaded and 2 outs. So Rhys Hoskins Coming up in clutch situations here for the Guardians in his 2 at-bats. First pitch to Rhys, called a strike. Robleski ahead of the count. Rhys Hoskins 0 for 1, struck out as he pinched hit for Cal Manzardo. That was back in the 5th inning. 0-1 pitch from Robleski to Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins fouls it off, and Robleski has him in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Justin Robleski trying to pull the Houdini act here in the top of the 7th. Dodger fans to their feet. They want the punch out. Robleski sets from the stretch. 0-2 pitch. Pitch upstairs. Check swing. No swing. Hoskins is able to check his swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Hoskins was able to check himself before he wrecked himself. 1-2 pitch from Robleski. Climbs a ladder. Not offered by Hoskins. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Daniel Schneemann on deck for the Guardians, but this is it. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2-2 pitch to Hoskins. Breaking pitch. Outside, count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And with 2 outs, runners on the base paths will be off to the races. Robleski sets. Payoff pitch to Hoskins. Inside, ball 4. And the Guardians will get their 2nd run of the ball game on a bases-loaded walk. 2-0 Guardians as the inning continues. Austin Hedges comes around to score on a bases-loaded walk to Hoskins. Here's Schneemann, the left-handed hitter, lefty-lefty matchup for Robleski. First pitch way outside, ball 1. Schneemann tonight, 0 for 3. 2-0 Guardians. And Robleski now is fighting to try to keep this a 2-run ball game for the Dodgers. Or a 2-run deficit, rather. 2-0 pitch to Schneemann. Outside, Robleski has fallen behind. 3 balls, no strikes. In danger of walking in another run for the Guardians. Robleski's 3-0 pitch. 1 down the pipe, taken for strike 1. 3-1 the count. Robleski trying to work quick here with 2 outs and the bases loaded. 3-1 pitch to Schneemann. Schneemann connects. That's going to fall in between left and center. 1 run comes in for the Guardians. Another run comes in on a double. A bases clearing double. And actually, it's not a bases clearing double. It's a 2-run double by Schneemann. It's a 4-0 lead by the Guardians here in the top of the 7th with 2 outs. Oh, yeah, and Robleski he basically set himself up for failure there, falling behind 3 balls, no strikes to Schneemann, as he was not able to afford another bases-loaded walk, and Schneemann knew it. And he was able to connect on a base hit to left center to give the Guardians a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 7th. Ay, caray. So 2 RBI double to Daniel Schneemann. Scores Angel Martinez. Stephen Kwan comes around to score from 2nd. Rhys Hoskins gets to 3rd. And now the Guardians have him at 3rd and 2nd with 2 outs. Brian Rocchio, the hitter against Robleski. Strike 1. So the Guardians with a 2 spot with 2 outs. Excuse me, a 3 spot with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss as Robleski quickly gets ahead of Brian Rocchio. Has him in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and just like that, Justin Robleski strikes out Brian Rocho on 3 pitches, but not before the Guardians, with a 3 spot with 2 outs. They take a 4-0 lead to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time at Dodger Stadium. Ay, caray. Oh, man. It's the last thing the Dodgers needed, especially with the way the Dodger offense has been tonight. And I'm telling you, that's what I was afraid of. The Dodger offense just staying, just staying cold. Now, there's still plenty of ball games. We've seen the Dodgers respond. But if they're going to respond, the time is now. Because they are, instead of being down 1-0, 2-0, they're down 4-0. And they got to answer the call now. They can't wait till the 8th or 9th. They got to do it now as we go to the bottom of the 7th. 4-0 Guardian lead. This ball game nearly gets away from them. Ay, caray. All right, coming up in the bottom of the 7th, Dodgers chasing 4. It'll be Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez, and Freddie Freeman due up. All right, man, battery check. It's time to change those batteries. This is Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 23. Stick around. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Dodgers chasing 4. So 4-0 Guardian lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th. And it's gotten that much tougher for the Dodgers as Mookie Betts will be leading things off for the Dodgers. First pitch to Mookie. That one's popped up. Deep right, going back. Angel Martinez will hit the wall out there and right, but he comes down with the catch for the first out. 1 away as Mookie Betts flies out to right fielder Angel Martinez. Teoscar Hernandez will be the hitter. New pitcher on the bump, Sean Armstrong, the pitcher for the Guardians, taking over here in the bottom of the 7th. Guardians with a 4-0 lead over the Dodgers. Here's Teoscar. Teo's 0 for 2 with the fielder's choice. Takes strike 1. From the new pitcher, Armstrong. Next pitch is a sweeper that catches the outside corner on Teoscar. And Armstrong quickly has him in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Freddie Freeman on deck. 0-2 pitch to Teoscar. Breaking pitch down low and away. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 to Teoscar. Strike 3 called, and Teoscar's going to call. He's going to tap his helmet. I don't know, Teoscar. You may want to get back to the dugout. He thinks it's low. Oh, wait a minute. Teoscar's right. Just a bit outside. I thought for sure that one was called strike 3, rightfully, but no. Call's going to be overturned after the ABS check. 1 ball, 2 strikes at Teoscar. Actually, 2-2 pitch now from Armstrong. It's a ground ball, and that one is poked through over to left field. 1 out single by Teoscar. Thank goodness for that ABS. Instead of a strikeout, it becomes a 1 out single for Teoscar Hernandez. Freddie Freeman will be the hitter. I thought it was strike 3. But no, ABS saw something else. And the call was overturned, and Teoscar gets a base hit on the next pitch. Here's Freddie. 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. First pitch to Freddie, popped up. Left field, foul ball territory. J-Ram will run out of room as the ball hits the net. Strike 1 to Freddie Freeman. Big smile on the face of J-Ram. He tried to make a crazy catch out there against the net. And yeah, the ball ends up hitting the net. No chance for J-Ram as the ball hits his back. But J-Ram all smiles, having a good time for the Guardians. 0-1 pitch now to Freddie. Armstrong misses outside. 1-1. Center fielder for the Dodgers, Andy Pages on deck. One pitch. Freddie pops it up infield. J-Ram under it. Ramirez will make the catch. Freddie Freeman flies out. 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Puro F5. Puro Brock Lesnar. Ay, caray. Andy Pages will be the hitter up next for the Dodgers with the runner at first, but 2 outs now. Pages tonight, 1 for 2 with a single. Dodgers chasing 4 here in the bottom of the 7th. They're running out of ball game. Armstrong's first pitch to Pages. Pages connects it, but hits it foul, out of play. Strike 1. JPL, I'll take a 2-run shot right now. As that pitch misses low. 1-1 to Pages. Max Muncy on deck. Armstrong pitching from the stretch with the runner at first and 2 outs. 1-1 pitch to Pages. Pages, ground ball, hit him where there ain't. Finds daylight out to right field. Teoscar keeps it moving over to third, and the Dodgers with 2 outs have him on the corners. So Pages connects on his second base hit, and again, Teoscar was taking off, and Pages hits a ground ball to second baseman as the second baseman was in back of the second base bag. Nobody home. So runners on the corners, 2 outs. Max Muncy will be up next. And looks like Stephen Voigt, the Guardian manager, perhaps making a move. Yep, there will be a pitching change, and most likely the Guardians are going to bring in a left-hander to face the left-handed hitting Max Muncy. With runners on the corners and 2 outs, Dodgers are chasing 4. Ay, caray. Oh, and speaking of ay, caray, shout out to DJ E-Dub with the raid. E-Dub, what up, brother? As I'm getting some mean static here. We just changed the batteries. We shouldn't be getting static. E-Dub, what is good? Shout out to the Raiders popping in. E-Dub saying the raid over here. Hey, appreciate that, brother. What's good, E-Dub? How you doing, brother? Were you doing a pop-up, E-Dub? Puro pop-up mix or what? Shouts to DJ E-Dub shooting the raid over here, hanging out with us now. As the Dodgers are chasing 4. And we are in the bottom of the 7th. Dodgers are threatening, but with 2 outs, they have runners on the corners. With Max Muncy coming up, and most likely the Guardians are going to bring in a left-handed pitcher to face a left-handed hitting Max Muncy. Yep, Eric Sabrowski, left-handed pitcher for the Guardians, will be facing the left-hander Max Muncy with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Ah, you're testing the laptop. Okay. How did the test go? Was it all systems go, E-Dub? I mean, you were able to rate out, right? Testing. What kind of laptops you get, brother? Is it a DJ laptop or a streaming laptop? Like a laptop to stream or a laptop to DJ? Or a laptop to do both, perhaps? All right, here we go. Eric Sabrowski, left-handed pitcher now on the bump, taking over to pitch to the left-handed hitter Max Muncy with runners at third and first. 2 down. Big opportunity for the Dodgers. Can Max Muncy clutch up Strike one from Sobrowski. Max Muncy for the Dodgers snag. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Lefty-lefty matchup for Sobrowski. 0-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner. And he quickly has Max Muncy in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch incoming. Sobrowski to Muncy. Muncy fouls off the next pitch out of play, and the at-bat continues. Oh, man, streaming laptop crashed. Bought an older laptop, and it works great. Oh, that's good to know, man. It works good. 0-2 pitch to Max. That pitch misses upstairs from Sobrowski. 1-2 to count to Max Muncy. Dodgers are chasing 4 here in the bottom of the 7th. Miguel Rojas on deck. Sobrowski's 1-2 pitch to Max Muncy. Pitch upstairs. 2-2. Pitch from Sobrowski. Max Muncy strikes out swinging. Inning over for the Dodgers. They strand 2 in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the 8th we go. It's a 4-0 Guardian lead. Ay, caray. Looks like Justin Robleski's going back on the bump for the Dodgers. Oh, man. Dodgers, big opportunity to, at the very least, try to score 1 run there in the bottom of the 7th. They get nothing. They get absolutely nothing. As Max Muncy strikes out swinging with runners on the corners and 2 outs to finish off the inning there for the Dodgers. It's been that kind of night, man. They just when you think they got something going, Guardians quickly shut it down. So ball game goes to the top of the 8th, coming up for the Guardians in the top of the 8th. 7, 8, 9 hitters, bottom third of the lineup coming up for the Guardians. Gabriel Arias, Austin Hedges, and Angel Martinez due up. And they'll most likely be facing the left-hander, Justin Robleski, who looked like he was going back on the bump for the Dodgers, to pitch the top of the 8th. But yeah, man. So finally, well, you know what? There's still 2 innings left. I don't want to count out the Dodgers yet because once you do that, man, you look silly. But again, if you look at like the first 6 innings of the Dodgers games so far this season, it's not a good look. There's a lot of zeros in those first 1 through 6 innings. A lot of zeros in these first 4 games of the season. A lot of zeros. Now, after the 7th inning or so, there's a lot of cricket numbers for the Dodgers, but my whole thing is, why wait to the end? The thing is, you put yourself in a hole, and that's kind of what the Dodgers are doing so far this season. They do put themselves in a hole. Obviously, they've been getting great results. Crowds have been going crazy. They love the dramatic. We all love dramatics here. We're from LA. We're from Hollywood. We love a good ending, right? But baseball's not always like that. And unfortunately, this game right now, not looking good for the Dodgers. Definitely not. I'll tell you what, my Sportsnet LA is not looking good for me. Ay caray. Keeps getting stuck on stupid. And I got to keep changing channels and going back. And ay caray. Here we go. Top of the 8th we go. Dodgers down 4-0 against the Guardians, who will be coming up here against Justin Robleski, who's back on the bump for LA. Careful with this guy. Oh, okay. So there is one out. Hold up. Okay, so we missed the Gabriel Arias ground out to third baseman Max Muncy for the first out. Okay. So with 1 out, Austin Hedges, the hitter, takes strike 1 from Robleski. So Gabriel Arias out 5-3 on the putout. And the catcher, Austin Hedges, now the hitter against Justin Robleski. Next pitch, check swing. That'll be a swing. Austin Hedges goes around on the swing. Down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Angel Martinez on deck for the Guardians. Guardians with a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 8th. Justin Robleski's 0-2 pitch. Strikes out Austin Hedges swinging. Puro punch out. And that'll be the second out here in the top of the 8th. Robleski strikes out Hedges for the second out. 9th hitter Angel Martinez up next for the Guardians. JPL Robo, maybe we should get someone else. I think Dave Roberts and the pitching staff, I think they're trying to preserve the bullpen. They were used a lot in that series against the Arizona Diamondbacks, and I'm guessing they're trying to preserve their bullpen for the next 2 games, especially being down 4-0 late in this one. Like, what's the point of bringing in Alex Vesia? What's the point of bringing in Blake Trinan, Jack Dreyer, Ben Kasperius? If you're down 4-0, right? Let's keep Justin Robleski up there. Trying to keep it a 4-run game. Dodgers are still in it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not throwing in the towel just yet. I know better than that. It's not looking good, but I'm not throwing in the towel. Definitely not. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Angel Martinez. Steven Kwan, leadoff hitter for the Guardians. He's on deck. E-Dub has faith. JPL says true. As that one is driven to right field, Kyle Tucker under it will make the catch. And that'll be the 3rd out. Robleski with a 1-2-3 inning for the Dodgers. Bottom of the 8th we go. Dodgers chasing 4. All right. So a quick 1-2-3 inning there against the Guardians by Robleski and the Dodgers. As the Guardians go in order. And this ball game moves to the bottom of the 8th, coming up for the Dodgers. 8-9-1 hitters due up. Miguel Rojas, Dalton Rushing, and Shohei Ohtani will be coming up as the Dodgers are chasing 4 runs against the Cleveland Guardians. Remember, Cleveland Guardians are searching for their first win of the season. They got swept out of Seattle over the weekend, and now they're in search of their first victory out at Dodger Stadium. Now, Roki Sasaki was a starter for the Dodgers, but he kind of held the Guardians in check more or less. He didn't have all his pitches working, but nevertheless, he did keep the Dodgers in the ballgame as he left down 1-0 at the time. But since then, the Guardians have been able to tack on 3 runs to give themselves a 4-run lead going into the bottom of the 8th. And a lot of us kind of rated Roki Sasaki with C's, and I gave him a B. He didn't do good, but the most important thing was that he didn't do bad. I thought it was a positive start for Roki Sasaki, and hopefully that works good for his next upcoming start for the Dodgers, most likely on the road. As the Dodgers will head out to Washington and then to Toronto after this 3-game series against the Cleveland Guardians. All right, bottom of the 8th we go. Sobrowski still on the bump for the Guardians, facing the right-handed hitter, Miguel Rojas. First pitch down low, ball 1, Miggy Rowe for the Dodgers. Miggy Rowe today, he is he like 2 for 3, 2 for 2? Oh, I'm keeping score. I'll let you know what he is. He's got a double. He grounded into a double play. He's 1 for 2. 2-0 pitch. Showing bunt, taking all the way. Pitch hits the inside corner. 2-1 to Miggy Rowe. Catcher for the Dodgers. 9th hitter in the lineup tonight. Dalton Rushing on deck. Dodgers chasing 4 here in the bottom of the 8th. Sobrowski's 2-1 pitch to Miggy Rowe. Swing and a miss. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. JP, what position do the Guardians have? What do you mean, like in the standings? Well, they got no wins, so they're dead last. Probably with a few other teams that probably have no wins in the American League Central. Next pitch is popped up by Miggy Rowe. First baseman Rhys Hoskins under it will make the catch. And that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. And with one away, Will Smith will come in to pinch hit for Dalton Rushing. Look at that. Will Smith coming off the bench for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 8th. So Miguel Rojas flies out to the first baseman. F3 on the putout. Will Smith will be the hitter. Last time we saw Will Smith, he was rounding the bases as he hit a big go-ahead run, or a big go-ahead home run for the Dodgers late in their game on Saturday night against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And he helped sweep the Diamondbacks out of Los Angeles. 1-0 pitch to Smith. Popped foul. Sobrowski evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shohei Ohtani on deck. Be nonstop has faith. Gotta have faith, right? That's all we have right now. Wish we could have Robo instead of Robo. Puro Robocop. Gopher, you know what? I might agree with you on that. Will Smith should be available only if if you have an opportunity to tie the game or in a tie game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know right now. I don't know this is a good position for him to be hitting. Like, let Dalton Rushing get his at bat. You're down 4-0. I know the game's still within reach. But I would use Will Smith off the bench if he had a chance to give us the lead or tie the ball game. Not right now. I agree with you on that, Golfer. 2-2 pitch. It's popped up over to right. Angel Martinez sizing it up. Is under it. Will make the catch. Will Smith flies out to right for the second out. 2 up, 2 outs for Sobrowski and the Guardians here in the bottom of the 8th. Shohei Ohtani up next for the Dodgers. Ay, caray. Yeah, I don't know why Dave Roberts decided to bring in Will Smith here. Like, bring in Will Smith. He could have pinch hit for Max Muncy on the lefty-lefty. Sobrowski, the left-handed pitcher, against Max Muncy. Ooh, puro sword swing by Shohei Ohtani. You rarely see that. Strike 1. Ohtani tonight, 1 for 3. Like, if you want to pinch hit, you could have pinch hit him there. Right, Golfer? Pinch hit him for the left-hander Max Muncy. Bring in the right-hander to face Sobrowski. You could have done that. But it's all woulda, coulda, shoulda now. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Ohtani. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th for the Dodgers. Down 4 runs against the Cleveland Guardians, who are in search of their first win of the season. Ohtani steps back into the box. Sobrowski's 1-2 pitch to Ohtani. Ohtani connects. Fly ball to center. Daniel Schneemann will make the catch, and that'll do it for the Dodgers as they go in order. To the 9th we go. Dodgers still down 4. Ay, caray. So nothing doing for the Dodgers there in the 8th, unfortunately. Puro pop-ups. There was a bunch of, just all 3 outs were flyouts. Fly out to second baseman, fly out to the right fielder, and fly out to the center fielder. Ay, caray. Coming up in the top of the 9th for the Guardians. Top of the lineup, Steven Kwan, Chase DeLauder, and Jose Ramirez. Guardians with a 4-0 lead. Oh, man. BNS, dang, since they mentioned Tommy Burgers earlier, get so hungry. BNS is hungry. 3rd window, ay, caray. Yeah, third window. It's been that kind of night tonight, unfortunately. Ooh, Avon Nicky shot us a follow. Shouts to Avon Nicky. Yeah, man. Man. I'm telling you, I mean, I got to keep saying this, man. It's fun to see the Dodgers come from behind and get their wins. Of course, it's always fun, but the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of zeros in innings 1 through 6. They've been part of the late dramatic. They've been coming back on late dramatic comebacks in these first 3 games, and but if you look at those innings 1 through 6, a lot of zeros, man. And this time around, they're getting blanked out point blank by the Guardian pitching staff. All credit to the starter, Parker Messick, as the Dodgers have not been able to get anything going offensively, and when they do, they get shut down. They haven't been able to clutch up. All right, Robleski back on the bump for the Dodgers to pitch the 9th. Lefty matchup. Steven Kwan leading things off against Robleski. First pitch swinging. Actually, second pitch swinging now. Fouls it off into the seats as he's quickly down in the hole against Robleski. No balls, 2 strikes. Justin Robleski, I believe, is pitching his, third inning of the game? Ground ball over to Max Muncy. Throw to first in time to get Kwan. That'll be the first out here in the top of the 9th. Joey Paz love. I like the comeback, but this doesn't look good. No, it doesn't. Especially when you're getting shut out against a team like the Guardians. Remember, the Guardians came in really bad. They weren't doing anything offensively against Seattle. They were getting hit around. The pitching staff was getting hit around by the Seattle hitters. Chase Dahlhatter, who's hitting right now, he was the only one really doing anything. He had 4 home runs, 5 RBIs against the Seattle Guardians. He was the only offense for the Guardians against the Seattle Mariners, excuse me. And all of a sudden, they come to Dodger Stadium and, hey, but you know what? That's what you can expect from every team just about, man. Remember, just like Mookie Betts said it last year, the Dodgers come in as the marked team, where teams, despite if they're good or bad, they're going to come swinging at the Dodgers, knowing that they're the defending 2-time champions. So teams are getting up to play the Dodgers. Don't be surprised by that. 2-2 pitch to Dahlhatter, popped them up. Shallow center, Andy Pages will make the catch for a second there. Looked like he had hands up like he couldn't see it, but no, he was able to locate it to make that catch for the second out in the inning. They always step up to play our Dodgers. They sure do, JPL. Golfer, Dodgers have a double target on their back for sure now. Oh, especially now that they're back-to-back champs, Golfer, you're right. J-Ram hitting from the right side against the left-hander Robleski. 1 for 4 with a single and a stolen base tonight. Robleski's 1-0 pitch. J-Ram with a swing and a miss. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th for the Guardians. So it looks like we're going to have to wait to the bottom of the 9th for the Dodgers to try to come up with a comeback. This would be the most epic comeback so far this season if they're able to come back. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to J-Ram. Pitch in the dirt. 2-2. How long has Robleski been pitching already? I said 3 innings, but I could be wrong. It may be even longer than that. All right, popped up over to center. Pages going back well before the track will make the catch. And that'll be the 3rd out in the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Dodgers. Ball game goes to the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers chasing 4. All right, here we go. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers down by 4. Let me just check real quick. Robleski, 4 innings. He logs in 4 innings of work for the Dodgers. Brutal workhorse. Okay. All right, going to the bottom of the 9th. Let's do it. All right, Quan 5-3. Chase Dahlauer F8. And J-Ram F8. All right, coming up for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 9th. Kyle Tucker, Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez. Anybody gets on? Freddie Freeman. Dodgers down by 4. Let's go. All right, man. Need a few runners on. Give yourself a chance, huh? But runners need to get on, though. And I guess Dodgers are gonna wait to the bottom of the 9th, huh? Ay, caray. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 9th, we go at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers are down 4-0, getting blanked by the Cleveland Guardians of all teams. New pitcher on the bump, Kate Smith, will be asked to shut it down for the Guardians here in the bottom of the 9th. Pitching with a 4-run lead here for the Guardians. Set to face off against the 2-3-4 hitters for the Dodgers. Kyle Tucker, Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez. Here's Tucker. First pitch from Kate Smith. Check swing, fouled off, strike 1. Smith ahead of the count. Kyle Tucker tonight 0 for 3. Line out and 2 strikeouts. Banging a $143 early in this season for the Dodgers. 0-1 from Smith. Fouled off by Tucker. Has him in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Mookie Betts on deck. Being on stop. 4 is his lucky number. Need 4. 0-2 pitch. Tucker takes a pitch upstairs. 1-2. 98-mile-per-hour heater from Kate Smith. JPL, thank you so much, man. Hope you shot us a follow, as we will hopefully be back live on Wednesday. Remember, we're going to the game tomorrow. Chopper, and that was off the glove of Arias. Kyle Tucker will stay put at first. Lead man on for the Dodgers to begin the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers showing life. It was a chopper. Kyle Tucker put his head down, started busting butt down the first base line as Gabriel Arias totally missed it. I don't think he had to play, though, even if he would have fielded cleanly. Kyle Tucker looked like he had it beat. So runner at first for Mookie Betts, who's 0 for 3. So leadoff single by Kyle Tucker to begin the bottom of the 9th for the Dodgers. First pitch to Mookie, taking all the way. Strike 1 from Kate Smith. Teoscar Hernandez on deck. Oh, 0-1 from Smith. Mookie fouls it off, out of play. Mookie Betts quickly in the hole against Kate Smith. No balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, so we'll be at the ball game tomorrow for the Yoshi bobblehead night. But most likely we'll try to come back Wednesday for episode 24. Ball in the dirt. That one gets away from Hedges. And Kyle Tucker will get to third. Oh, my goodness. 2-bag pass ball, as Hedges had no idea where that ball went. Went off the glove and the chest protector. Hedges was just looking around like, where is it at? And by the time he picks it up, Kyle Tucker is standing up at third with nobody out. So Dodgers catch a break. 1-2 pitch to Mookie. Chopper foul. At bat continues for Mookie Betts. All right, it was a wild pitch by Kate Smith. 2 bags on the play as that pitch is outside of Mookie. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Teoscar Hernandez waiting his turn on deck. Oh, check swing by Mookie Betts. I think, yep, it was a foul ball. Just barely. Count remains even. Pitch inside Mookie Betts. Actually, that's a ball. What are they calling it? It should be 3-2. Oh, Mookie Betts connects. Base hit, trying to hit the gap. To the window, to the wall. And the Dodgers will score their first run of the ball game here at the bottom of the 9th. RBI single by Mookie Betts. It's a 4-1 Guardian lead. And there it is. There's a javelin pose by Mookie Betts as he drives in Kyle Tucker from third. Teoscar Hernandez will be up next. So RBI double by Mookie Betts. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th. Here's Teoscar. Strike 1 from Smith, and Teoscar is going to tap. ABS check. Hold up. Pitch was left up high. Will be overturned. Will be called the ball. 1-0 the count of Teoscar. Freddie Freeman weighing his turn on deck for the Dodgers. Dodgers chasing 3. There's a strike from Smith. Evens up the count against Teoscar. 1 ball, 1 strike. Four 4-1 Guardians here in the bottom of the 9th. Smith's 1-1 pitch to Teoscar. Breaking pitch, catches the inside corner. Now gets ahead of Teoscar. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Teoscar, ground ball over to Arias. Mookie Betts back to second. Throws out Teoscar out at first. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 9th. Teoscar grounds out. Freddie Freeman will be the hitter. Freddie for the Dodgers tonight. He's 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a pop out. Andy Pages on deck. First pitch to Freddie. Nice block by Austin Hedges on that pitch in the dirt by Kate Smith. Ball 1. So Freddie, if he's able to get on, Andy Pages will become the tying run here in the bottom of the 9th for the Dodgers. Smith's 1-0 pitch. Down the pipe. Count goes even to Freddie. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch to Freddie. In the dirt, and that one gets away from Hedges. Mookie Betts will get the third. Another wild pitch in the inning by Kate Smith. Austin Hedges having a hard time there trying to keep those balls out in front of him. Second wild pitch of the inning by Kate Smith. 2 balls, 1 strike to count of Freddie Freeman. 2-1 pitch. Freddie takes it down the pipe. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kate Smith from the stretch. 2-2 pitch. Pitch inside, just missed. Count goes full to Freddie. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sixth pitch of the at-bat incoming to Freddie Freeman. Payoff pitch, grounded foul. We'll do it again. Dodgers chasing 3 here in the bottom of the 9th. Can Freddie Freeman get on to bring the tying run to the plate? Payout pitch from Smith. Freddie Freeman connects, and look out, Mookie Betts. Foul ball over to the left side. Mookie Betts had to work to get out of the way of that one. Right in between the wickets. Ay, caray. Count remains full. Smith sets another payout pitch. Freddie Freeman ground ball to the right side, handled by Rhys Hoskins, who will take care of it himself, beats Freddie to the bag. Another run comes in for the Dodgers, but now with 2 outs in the inning. As Freddie Freeman grounds out, he does pick up Mookie Betts from third to cut the lead in half. That'll bring up Andy Pages with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers are down to their final out. First pitch to Pages.
That is getting down a Bad Bunny right now.
What?
Yeah.
All right, first pitch to Pages from Kate Smith. Sweeper down low and away. Ball 1. Max Muncy on deck if Andy Pages is able to get on. So Pages gets on. Tying run does come up to the plate for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 9th. 1-0 pitch to Pages. That one just missed outside. Austin Hedges, he wants the ABS check. That one looked close. Called the ball. And sure enough was a ball. It was close. Count goes 2 balls, no strikes. Call is confirmed. It was a ball. Two-0 pitch to Pages. Pages fouls it back. Count goes 2-1. And again, Max Muncy, Wayner's turn on deck for the Dodgers. Guardians up 4-2 here in the bottom of the 9th. Dodgers down to their final out. 2-1 pitch to Pages. Down the pipe. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dodgers with 2 outs. Down to their final strike. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Andy Pages. Can Pages get on any way possible? As Connor Brogdon still throwing in the Guardian bullpen just in case. All right, Kate Smith. Payoff pitch to Pages. Ground ball. J-Ram. Throw to first. In time to get Pages. And the Guardians secure their first win of the season. They beat the Dodgers 4-2 at Dodger Stadium. They hand the Dodgers their first loss of the season. 4-2 your final. As the Guardians take game 1 of this 3-game series. Ay, caray. Hey, credit to the Dodgers real quick, man. Got to shout out the Dodgers. They did not go quietly in the 9th. And I guess in a loss, you kind of do take that as a positive. Another positive thing here real quick, guys, was the fact that Roki Sasaki, although he wasn't good, most importantly, he wasn't bad either. So hopefully that kind of gets him going for his next start as well. We're just trying to take positives here at this point. Another positive here. Let me look at this real quick. Miggy Rowe was hitting the shit out of the ball as well. Made a great play out at shallow right at the time when it was a tight game. And Miggy Rowe did pretty well. Robleski, although he did give up the lead or kind of gave a big deficit, he did turn in 4 innings off the bullpen to kind of save the bullpen for the Dodgers. At the very least, save those high leverage guys, the Vesias, the Trinans, you know, the Kasperius, the Dryers, the Edwin Diaz, those guys. So at the very least, the Dodgers will have them ready to go in these next 2 games. So credit Robleski for kind of taking one for the team as well. Although he did kind of give the Guardians a big lead by walking in and giving up hits with the bases loaded. But nevertheless, look, you got to look at positives with everything. We try to do that here on Chin Music. Again, now the negative was the fact that I keep seeing the Dodger offense, for whatever reason, not responding not responding in those early innings. And I thought it was a big opportunity to kind of see the Dodger offense get going quickly. But you got to tip your hat. You got to tip your hat to the left-handed starter, Parker Messick. Parker Messick, who turned in a very great outing for the Cleveland Guardians. Was very efficient with his pitch count as well, and just kind of had the Dodger offense kind of in fits, not able to kind of figure out that left-handed pitcher, Parker Messick. And again, Roki Sasaki, he wasn't good, but he wasn't bad, and I think that's the most important thing. The fact is, he wasn't bad. Roki Sasaki, 4 innings of work, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts on 78 pitches. And he kept the Dodgers in the game. He left the game at the time when the Dodgers were down 1-0, and that was pretty much it. Tanner Scott came into relief. He kind of got Roki out of a jam, got himself out of a jam as well. Tanner Scott continues to impress me early in the season as well. We're taking positives with negatives here, guys. Anyway, that's kind of how it goes. Dodgers, they dropped their first game of the season, and the Guardians on the other side get their first win of the season. So that's kind of how it works here in this one. All right, guys. Like I said, no chin music tomorrow. We'll be live at the ball game tomorrow for Yoshi Bobblehead Night. We'll be also checking out Shohei Ohtani, who hits the bump for the first time in the season. So we'll be in the house tomorrow at Dodger Stadium. Be on the lookout for episode 24. We hope to come back Wednesday. Hopefully Wednesday night we come back. And we could call the game for you guys. Shout out to everybody who was tapped in, checking in. Everybody who was lurking it up. All the new followers. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you guys could join us on the next installment of Chin Music. All right, we're going to say peace out to YouTube. Let me close it out on YouTube. YouTube, have a good night. Hope to see you guys real soon. Not sure when, but soon. Peace out, YouTube.